In this video lecture, we will discuss about MR test and VP test. MR test and VP test that comes under the 4 tests, that is IMVIG test. In the IMVIG test, I stand for indole test, M stand for methyl red test, VI stand for Voges-Proskauer test and C stand for citrate utilization test. So in this video lectures, we will discuss about the methyl red test and Voges-Proskauer test. First of all, we will see what are the requirements to perform the MR test and the VP test, what are the procedure, and third we will discuss the what is the principle of the methyl red test and the Voges-Proskauer test. To perform the methyl red test, we required sample or the culture we required. Second thing, we required GPB broth, that is glucose phosphate broth. So we required sterile GPB broth, that is glucose phosphate broth, and the third thing we required, that is methyl red indicator. To perform the methyl red test, we required only 3 things. First of all, we required a sample or the culture. Second thing, we required the GPB broth, sterile GPB broth, and the third thing we required the methyl red indicator. While to perform the Voges-Proskauer test, we required sample or a culture. Second thing, we required the sterile GPB broth, that is glucose phosphate broth, and the third thing that we required, that is 5% alpha naphthol and 40% KOH. Before we go further, we should know about the composition of the GPB broth. In the GPB broth, it is consists of glucose, K2HPO4, peptone, distilled water, and pH is maintained around 6.9 to 7.0. Here, glucose will work as a carbon source, sole source of carbon, or we can say that sole source of carbohydrate. K2HPO4 will work as a buffering agent, whereas peptone will work as a multi-nutrient. So GPB broth, it is consist of glucose that will provide the carbon source, it is a sole source of carbon. K2HPO4 that will work as a buffering agent. Peptone that will provide the multi-nutrient. Then we add the distilled water and the pH we maintain around 6.9 to 7.0. To perform the methyl red test, first of all we will take the GPB broth. In that we will add our culture or a sample, and then we will incubate our tube into the incubator at 37 degrees Celsius for 24 hours. On the next day, we will take out our tube and we will add the methyl red indicator around 4 to 5 drops, and we will observe the color change from yellow to the red. So if there is the formation of red color while adding the methyl red indicator, then we say that methyl red test is positive. If there is no change in the color, then we say that methyl red test is negative. Okay, this is what all about the methyl red test. Whereas to perform the Voges-Proskauer test, we will take the GPB broth. In that we will inoculate our culture or a sample, and then we will incubate at 37 degrees Celsius for 24 hours. On the next day, or we can say that after 24 hours, we will take out our tube and we will add the 5% alpha naphthol and 40% KOH in that 0.6 ml alpha naphthol and 0.2 ml KOH per 1 ml, which means that if our GPB broth is 1 ml, in that we will add 0.6 ml alpha naphthol and 0.2 ml KOH. If our GPB broth is 5 ml, then we will add 3 ml alpha naphthol and 1 ml KOH. Okay, this is for the per ml. And if our tube containing 5 ml GPB broth, in that we will add 3 ml alpha naphthol and 40%, if 40% KOH, we will add 1 ml KOH. While adding the alpha naphthol and KOH on the next day, then we will put our tubes for around 14 to 15 minutes, and after 15 minutes we will observe the development of red color within 15 minutes or more. If there is a development of red color, which indicate that Voges-Proskauer test is positive. If there is no development of red color after 15 minutes, then we say that Voges-Proskauer test is negative. Okay, this is what all about the methyl red test and the Voges-Proskauer test. Now we will see what is the principle behind the methyl red test and the Voges-Proskauer test. There are several different types of fermentative pathway, and the member of Enterobacteriaceae can metabolize glucose to pyruvic acid. Okay, for the methyl red test we are using the GPB broth, which is a strong buffered broth, hence minute quantities of acid, if it is produced, will not permit the pH of the medium to drop down. So it is a strong buffered broth. If organism perform the mixed acid fermentation pathway, it will convert glucose to pyruvate, and pyruvate is further converted into the mixed amount of acid such as formic acid, acetic acid, succinic acid, lactic acid. Hence, large amount of acid will produced. So, if organism perform mixed acid fermentation pathway, then it will convert glucose to pyruvate, because glucose is there in the composition, that is in the GPB broth, which is a strong buffered broth. In the strong buffered broth, there is the glucose is there. So if organism perform mixed acid fermentation pathway, it will convert glucose to pyruvate, and further pyruvate is converted into the mixed amount of acid such as lactic acid, acetic acid, formic acid, succinic acid. Okay, so there is more amount of acid is produced. Okay, and our broth, GPB broth, is a strong buffered. If organisms, there is a small amount of it is produced acid, so there will be no change in the pH. If it is produced more amount of acid, so while we add the methyl red, so that will convert, then we can say that there will be the pH indicator, there will be change in the color while we are adding the methyl red indicator dye. In the Voges-Proskauer test, organism perform the butanediol fermentation pathway. In that, first of all, glucose is converted into the pyruvate. Pyruvate is further converted into the acetone, and acetone is further converted into the 2-butanediol plus carbon dioxide. In that, what we are adding? 40% alpha naphthol and the KOH. So here the acetone will react with the guanidine nucleus of arginine. Acetone will react with the guanidine nucleus of arginine that is present in the peptone, because our JPB broth consists of also peptone that will provide the multi-nutrient source. So in the peptone there is the structure that is consist of the guanidine nucleus of arginine, in that it will react in the presence of air and alkali. In the presence of air and alkali, because we are adding alpha naphthol and the KOH, and we are also providing around 15 to some 30 minutes to allow this reaction to develop, and then we observe the development of the red colors within 15 minutes or the more. Then we see that Voges-Proskauer test is positive. This is what all about the methyl red test and the Voges-Proskauer test. If organism perform mixed acid fermentation pathway, then it will convert the glucose to pyruvic acid, and further mixed amount of acid is produced. So mixed amount of acid is produced. To detect this, we add the pH indicator dye, so there will be the change in the color. Then the Voges-Proskauer test, if organism perform the butanediol fermentation pathway, then it will convert glucose to pyruvate. Pyruvate is further converted into the acetone, and acetone is further converted into the 2-butanediol plus carbon dioxide. Now here the acetone will react with the peptone structure that is consist of guanidine nucleus of arginine. After reacting this, that in the presence of air and alkali, it will give the development of the red color within or after the 15 minutes. So we see that Voges-Proskauer test is positive. Okay, here is the methyl red test positive tube and the negative tube. If organism perform the mixed acid fermentation pathway, and while adding the methyl red indicator, if we observe the development of this red color, then we see that methyl red test is positive. And if it is as it is yellow color while adding methyl red also, then we see that methyl red test is negative. Whereas in Voges-Proskauer test, if there is the development of red color, then we see that Voges-Proskauer test is positive. If there is no development of such red color after or within 15 minutes, so we see that Voges-Proskauer test is negative.